Hey, how was that? Oh, let me just turn that one off. I don't even know where that came from. All right, testing, bananas and cheese. Can everybody hear me okay? I don't know if I'm echoing a little bit in here today. How are we going, everybody? Just let me know that my sound is okay and it's coming through. I actually have a brand new setup, so that's why I've been away for a couple of weeks. So, Crystal, the cat lady from Iowa. Love you, Crystal. Love you, love you, love you. So I have a brand new setup, guys. Now, so it's okay. Okay, so it's okay. I might have to work on that. I'll get my partner to have a look at it. It sounds a little bit echoey in here. So, hi Shari, hi Margaret, how you going? Hi Ali4 and beautiful goddess. Mwah. So, what I'm doing now, I don't know if this will work, okay? But what I'm gonna do is there is a spaceship up at the top of the screen, okay? So up the top, there's a spaceship. Now, what you can do is you can take a screenshot, and if you get the spaceship in that green area, post it in the comments, and I will put you in to get a free full reading at the end of the month. So that's what we're doing for October. So catch the spaceship, catch the spaceship, catch the spaceship. Put the image in the comments and I'll put you in the draw to get yourself a free full reading. So I'll do a full reading for you. So up first we have Shari. Now Shari, just before I begin, when I was actually shuffling the cards, I felt like it's not a digestion problem that I've got, but I felt like perhaps I'd eaten something incorrectly. So just perhaps drink lots of water today, okay? Because it didn't hurt my tummy was gurgling. It didn't hurt, but it was kind of like it could be better, okay? Like you need a good poo or something. Okay, so let's find out what's going on for Shari. Now I'm just going to turn my music down a little bit. It's a little bit loud on my end. Oh, there we go. Now I can hear. Now turn it up on your end just so it's there a little bit. Righty. So here we go, Shari. Let's shuffle some cards and check this out for you. Okay. So just remember, if you take a picture of a spaceship and you get it in that green space, have some fun with it, okay, guys? So have some fun with it. And I will put you in for a free reading. I'll put you in the drawer to get a free reading. Oh, okay, Karen. Yep. Cool. How do you catch the spaceship? If you're watching this on your computer screen, then just take a picture with your phone and then post it in the comments. Otherwise, you can click print screen. Print screen is a button that's on your keyboard. So if you're doing it with your phone, take a screenshot. Otherwise, take a photo with your phone and then throw it in the comments, okay? Radio. So Shari, here we go, darling. Here we go. So let's get some cards running for you. Oh, hang on. I don't like my deck being upside down. Okay. Oh, wow. Let's give that another bit of a shuffle. I've got a couple of cards that are upside down there. There we go. Whoop. Oh, immediate message. Good. We'll go with it. Wonderful. Oh, Shari, honey. Shari. Oh, wow. Okay, so we've got a Pentacles, we've got the Tower, and we've got the Cups coming out. Now, let's start off with the Pentacles, okay? Recently, there's been something going on in your life which has kind of been a little bit of penny pinching going on. So borrowing from Peter to pay for Paul as such. It's like that finances aren't balancing the way that you would hope that they would. So I don't feel that this is a person that's stealing off you as such, but there's something going on there when it comes to so post it in the comments, Shari. There's something going on here with these finances. It's like borrowing off Peter to pay Paul, and the problem is with this is that that's going to lead to a disaster. So if you have a credit card or perhaps finances are a bit tight or something like that, it's time to perhaps have a garage sale or sell a heap of stuff on Facebook, or start to realize that you probably don't need certain things. Cut them back inside your life, okay? Because this is going to lead you to a place of dismay. Perhaps you just recently had an investment of some sort, but you could have, like, invested some money in some training or something along those lines. It's going to end in absolute disaster. Please do not do it. Get out now. Because if you do, you're going to have a celebration. It's going to be one of those things where you're like, oh my gosh, I am so glad that I didn't go through that. I am so glad that I pulled out of that, or something along those lines. So there's a bit of finance here that is not balancing. It's like it's not adding up, okay? So have a look at your finance, what's happening, and start to work it out a bit. Is that area worth the investment that you've been putting in, or can you shift that to somewhere else? Perhaps you invested in something and it's not really paying off the way it should. And it's the tower. There's some tough shit coming up, okay? There's some really, really tough stuff coming on onto your list. Now, when it comes to the tower, this is a major arcana card. This is non-negotiable, so it's going to happen. So brace yourself, my darling, because when it comes to this part of you, then excuse me, that one was me, not you. So when it comes to the tower, this is a major arcana card, and this is non-negotiable. So there was some finances here. It's like a penny pinching scenario. That's the what I'm getting. It's as if you invested somewhere. Okay, so yeah, doesn't matter if you want to crop the pic, Margaret. Just stick it in the comments. I don't mind if it's messy. So yeah, so with there was some penny pinching going on, Shari, or perhaps an investment that didn't go all that well, and it's done. It's gone to shit. It's as simple as that. Get out, cut your losses, move on with your life. It's just not worth it, because when you do, your emotional side is going to celebrate. You're going to be so glad that you didn't put all your eggs in that one basket. You're going to be really, really happy with the new investments that you're making, and then you're going to be able to celebrate this enjoyment. We can notice here how all the cups are not completely full. There's a little bit in this one, a little bit in this one, a little bit in this one. That's what it talks about. It talks about not putting all of your eggs in one basket. Okay, Dal? So if you have some finance that's going on and it's not going real well, or if you're considering investing in something, it's going to take a fair bit of money, do not do it. Do not do it. It's going to go to shit. Okay? Ooh. So I'll scroll up a bit, because I did have some people comment earlier on, and I was still testing out my stream. So Word Girl from YouTube, how are you, darling? How are you? So Word Girl, will I get the job I interviewed for today, since she hasn't called me back yet? Let's have a source out for you. Okay. So this job interview that you went for, it was a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, it was a little bit like, kind of like you were, how do I want to say this? Not like it was awkward, but it was kind of like, just going along playing the field. So I did already get out of something. Could it be that? Absolutely, Shari. Absolutely. It was going to shit. It was not worth your time and your money. You can celebrate with that decision now, and you can relax with it. Okay. You're going to be so glad that you got out of it. Okay. So Word Girl, will this job interview, Word Girl, do you have did you find the interview was I feel like it was I can't even say awkward. I can't even say that. It was kind of like you got along, but you didn't get along at the same time. It was a bit weird. It's a bit of a weird interview, that one. So let's have a look. Let's find out what's going on for you. Oh, wow. Rightio. So, okay, yep, that's interesting. That's really interesting. When it comes to this, the reason why you haven't gotten a phone call back yet is because it was very short, was it, Word Girl? Yeah, it was just weird. It's really weird. So when it comes to this interview that you did, the King of Cups came out. It was like there was an emotional or a trigger of something, and it wasn't you, it was them. There was an emotional trigger. You triggered something in them, and it wasn't a bad thing. It's just that it represents something that triggered them, okay? But you've got to also know that when it comes down to this, that there is no yes or no answer for this one. That's why we've got the King of Pentacles coming out here. The King of Pentacles is showing us how you're in charge of your finances and your worth and your value. And the reason why I want to say no, don't go for the job. Oh, Crystal, yucky, yucky. The reason why I want to say no, don't take the job is because this King of Pentacles is not worth your value. Okay, this is not the job that you want to, be in for long term or anything like that. You're not going to, the people that are just going to be weird. It's going to be really, really weird, and it's going to be very uncomfortable. So this is not the job for you. It's as simple as that. It's not saying yes, you'll get the job, or no, you won't get the job. But what it is saying is that you're not going to find any value or worth inside the job. Okay, that's what it's talking about. So whether you, let's find out. Will she get it or not? Will she get it or not? It doesn't say. It doesn't say again. Okay, there's not enough information. There's too much emotions around because we've got the Three of Cups coming out in the crossover from the person at the interview. There's too much information. They're going through such an emotional time at the moment, and there's too many people around them for them to make that informed decision. So at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, this job is not something that you actually want. This is not your dream job. This is just something that you thought you might like. So you're going with it, and it's not going to be something that you like. When I say that, when I tap into that, I get this like itching in my right ear, and that usually means that logically you know that this isn't correct for you. This is not really what you were searching for. So, I'm basically going to say it's not the right job for you, honey. It's really not. I'll turn that off. Would that make it work better? I might have a play with that imagery of the cards later on. So yeah, this is not the right job for you, word girl. It's as simple as that. You have something else installed. So the Ten of Wands is coming out and it's presenting itself here. And it's because you have something else in store, but it's one of those things that you need to go off the beaten track to find. So see how we have this feminine energy. I'm just trying to make money for now while I'm studying. Yeah. This job, honestly, it's going to piss in your ear, darling. It's going to just drive you mental. It's not worth your time or your energy. It's not even worth the money. So this talks about here with the Ten of Wands, how it's time to search for something that's, sort of like out of your loop as such, like out of your comfort zone a little bit. Now, here we can see this energy coming out of a mist or a fog. And when it talks about that, it talks about you going a little bit out of your comfort zone. So go for something that is a little bit different and something that you haven't done before. Because when you do that, that's when you'll find you'll shine a bit better. You're the kind of person also that you need to be challenged a little bit, but in a good way. So learn new things, even though that makes you really nervous on the inside. So learn some new stuff, okay? So this is not the right job for you, okay? I'm not saying whether you will or you won't get it because there's not enough information here at the moment. There's too much emotion going on around the people that were doing the interviewing. Yeah, there's just too much. I did an email from Erin and it's going to, yeah, right. Yeah, it's you've got something else coming up, but it's going to be out of the ordinary, like it's somewhere different for you, okay, word girl? So you've got stuff that's coming, but it's somewhere else. It's not in this part, and I know that you were just doing this for the money. At the end of the day, you'd be better off doing something else for lesser money than something more. So yeah, I recently had a trainee on board, and I've been teaching him about finance and being self-employed, etc. And I am actually a hypnotherapist, and I'm at that stage in my career where I don't need to take on clients anymore if I don't want to. And I do a lot of this stuff just because I enjoy it. And that's what life is about. It is enjoying everything that you've got that's going on. Oh, thank you, Crystal. Yeah, I was supposed to come back last week, but I didn't have the right cords for my setup. So, I was a little bit frustrated over that. So yeah, so word girl, when it comes to you, like I was explaining to my apprentice last week, I sat him down and I said to him, because he's working at a grocery store here, and the grocery store had treated him very, very badly. And at 19 years old, he basically, like, he's kind of like a manager that's not made a manager as such. And at 19 years old, he's doing an absolutely amazing job with everything that he's doing. However, the problem is that he was really, really struggling when it come to gossip and all that sort of stuff. And he sent me a message yesterday, and he said, "Look, I'm handing in my notice in 2 weeks' time. I actually want to focus on my dream." And I said to him, I said, "Good." I said, "Very, very good." And I said, "Can you afford it? Have you saved up enough money to give yourself 12 months to achieve this dream?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Good." I said, "Now you do understand that there's going to be hard days and there's going to be days where you question yourself, but do not give up. Give yourself 12 months to do X, Y, Z." And he's like, "Yep." He goes, "I've worked it out." He goes, "I would rather be working for $5 an hour for myself than $20 for an hour for somebody else, and I feel like shit." And it's so true. So, so true. You're so much better off working on your dream and who you want to be, what you want to do for nothing, than working for somebody else and hating yourself. It's just not worth it. Okay. So how have you been, Crystal? You got some people with COVID in your building. That's not good, yuck. Not good at all. Now the chat's moving pretty fast here, guys. So if I miss you, just use the hashtag again in the comments. So Margaret, how are you going? I don't think anyone should be a manager until 25. No, honestly, Crystal, at the end, okay, thank you. Yeah, apply for more jobs, word girl. Apply for more jobs. Crystal, I don't mind what age somebody is, but as long as they've got the intellectual ability to do it. So take on feedback instead of criticism. So Margaret, my darling, my love, what's it like up in Queensland at the moment? Hey? I'm thinking about doing it it's awesome. I'm thinking about doing that conference I was talking to you about. I'm really considering it. Might have to have a bit of a chat soon, okay? So Margaret, let's shuffle some cards. And it's lonely, is it, darling? Oh, you'll have to get out and get some hobbies in place. Get some hobbies in place. Hi, Jackery. No, you should be able to post a live in a comment in the live. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can do it. I haven't even tried to do it. Oh, I missed it. I think I missed it. Yeah, I missed it. I suck. No, you should be able to post a picture, doll. Okay, let me have a look. So I've got my thing. Oh, turn my volume off. Bloom. Okay, so in the comments. Oh, it's not letting me post a picture. Why isn't it letting me post a picture? How stupid is that? Well, you'll just have to post a picture after the live has ended, okay? So once the live has ended, you can post a picture then, and I'll write down all of your submissions, okay? Yeah, that's a bit stupid, isn't it? Okay. Right, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that off until, excuse me, I'm going to turn that off until I sort that out, because that's a bit stupid. Like, that is really stupid. Okay? Nah, stupid idea. Get rid of it. Put it in the bin. Bucket. Rightio, guys. Okay, so Margaret, it's a bit lonely up where you are at the moment, is it, darling? Hey, what are you doing? Oh, bit lonely up there, is it? I've turned into a real introvert since this virus thing. Like I'm more than happy staying home. I really am. I went out to Kmart yesterday to buy some stuff for the new setup. And I saw all these people and I'm like, oh, go home. I don't want to be around you. It was horrible. It was horrible. Oh, right. Here we go, guys. Here we go, Margaret. Here we go. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it, Margaret? With the borders being closed, I have to wonder whether they're going to open them up at Christmas time as like a suicide prevention thing or not. Yeah, I sort of wonder that because my best friend is literally an hour away from me and the border is 10 minutes. Like I can walk to the border from here. So, yeah, it's going to make me wonder whether they'll open up the borders before the end of before Christmas. So I don't know. I really don't. I'm just making it work for me, not against me. That's the difference here. Margaret. Okay. Okay, so Margaret, there's a balancing of emotions going on when it comes to you. You're struggling with the masculine feminine balance of energies at the moment, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this balance, it's a sad and emotional mental impact of this. Oh, absolutely, Margaret. So this masculine feminine balance that's going on, it's getting you down. Okay, it's getting you really down. So as we can see, we have the Page of Wands here, and we have this person that feels like they've got this walking stick that they want to leave behind, but they've got their head held down rather than lifting up their head. And as we can see, as with all things in life, if you are a unicorn, you put your horn up high and you pull your shoulders back and off you go. So the Page of Wands, at the moment you're a little bit down, and there's part of you that you want to leave behind that you're still leaning on, but you can't move forward whilst your head is down, Dove. You cannot do that. So it is now time to balance these emotions. It's time to start balance out the masculine and the feminine energy, the worst, the viable, all those things that it comes into life, the yin and the yang, the paradox as such. So when you're balancing out the energies, it's about learning the different elements as well. So with the paradox, when it comes to the paradox, it's about learning when to be down and out and when to be up. Like, when do you have to push and when do you have to pull? My grandfather used to have a saying, when it came to life, and he said, if you can't push the cow, pull the cow. It will always move. I was like, well, if you can't push the cow, pull the cow, it will always move. You have to work out how to make this work for you. But there is a balancing of emotions that need to be taken place here. So balance the masculine and the feminine energy. So the alchemy within you, so that way you can feel better about yourself. Because part of you is I don't know, it's like I need a really good hug. Like a really, really good hug. And yeah, it's just a really, really good hug. But the thing is, at the moment, with your current mental status, with what's going on, see how we have the Five of Pentacles and we have this beautiful stained glass, but the stained glass is actually broken in places. And this beautiful stained glass is absolutely worth fixing, but it's going to be expensive and it's going to take time. Your inner child at the moment is feeling deserted as well. So you got to look after this inner child of yours. Go and have some fun. Go be silly. Get out of your business state, your I must do this state. Go and have some fun, okay? The child is always going to worship the parent. That is how our inner dialect works. The child is there to serve. But if the parent is constantly dragging the child around into dark places and not giving it any kind of sense of security, then that's when the windows were broken and you'll get left out in the cold. So look after this inner child of yours, because they're rebelling at the moment and they need to have some fun, okay? It's all work, work, work lately. Yep. Take some time out, okay? Uh, the thing is, one thing I have learned from being self-employed. Now, I learned this since becoming a hypnotherapist, okay? So back when I did ASM, so you know all about ASM. Back when I did ASM, I had to take a whole month off work. Now, I'd worked for 15 years as a massage therapist, never cancelled a client, never in my life. And I only had a couple of days off, like when my brother passed away, and a couple of other small, like, things like funerals and stuff like that. They're the only times I had days off. And I used to try and take Wednesdays off every single week, but that usually didn't go so well. So I had all of this money, but I didn't have a life, like, not at all. Anyway, when I went and did ASM, I had to take a whole month off, and that scared me because I thought, no, my business is going to go to shit. Like, I was a massage therapist back then. My whole business would go to shit if I took a month off. I'm like, nah, I'm doing it. I want to become a hypnotherapist. I am doing it. So I took the month off, went and did ASM, had an absolute blast, went and learnt a bit about life. And then when I came home, I thought, you know what? Every time I give clients an inch, they will take a mile. So if I don't have these set rules for myself when I work and when I play, then it's going to make me a very boring person. Okay? So there's times when you've got to work, that you have your set hours. Like, even me being at home, working online or with clients, I still have my set hours. So I work from Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometimes Friday. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays are my set days. Tuesdays I always have off for my students so I can work online. Fridays is always my content creation. and things like that. And when it comes down to that, I really look forward to it. I love seeing my clients, but I also look forward to my Fridays where I get to create my content for my YouTube channel, and my web pages and stuff like that. But then Saturday and Sunday, no, all bets are off. It's time to have some fun. Sure, I could make some work easier for next week, but what's the point of it? Is it just so I can get more work done? Because that's all it is. It's as if we've got this mentality that if we get more done now, we can rest more later. That's bullshit, okay? Because all there is now. So you might as well rest now and do a little bit of work later, or do a little bit of work now and rest a little bit later. Like, you have to learn that balance. Like, when it comes to this balance, you have to learn it. Otherwise, we only have now. Life is only now, okay? I need to get structure in my day so I'm more productive. I feel like I'm spending all day spinning my wheels. That's what I do. Honestly, I have a computer program here with daily tasks, and Mondays I've got to do X, Y, Z. Tuesdays X, Y, Z, like their daily requirements, like daily goals, and that's how I get things done. It's as simple as that. And if I get it done a little bit sooner, then so what? I'll go out on my skateboard or something like that. If I get it done later, then, stiff cheddar. Like, so what if I have to do an extra hour on a Wednesday to catch up? Like, I just do it. Turn off your social media, put your phone aside, set the alarm clock going, right, I'm going to have this done in 1 hour, and just get it done. Okay? So, chin up, my love. Chin up. Chin up. Okay, you're the unicorn. Unicorns don't achieve anything by putting their horns down. It's simple as that. Okay? So, I will scroll up a bit. Who else have we got floating around here? Okay. Hi, Jakari. Sometimes the chat moves quite fast, guys, so don't be afraid to use the hashtag tarot card again, and I'll get to you as soon as I can. So Karen Rabago, that's a cool name. I feel like that needs to be a like an album cover, like Rabago dance. That's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So Karen, let's find out what's going on for you, darling. Be Catacorn. Catacorn. Yeah. Catacorn. Yes. Be Catacorn. Oh, I wish I had an emoji that was like a catacorn at the moment. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I like it. I like it. Oh, I should have eaten something before I jumped on the stream. Does anybody else here ever have hungry days? Like, you just want to eat everything because you're really hungry? Seems to be a Thursday thing for me at the moment. So Karen, let's find out what's going on for you, doll. Let's find out what's going on for you. One of the things I have in my room to keep me motivated, I love Casey Neistat's earlier work when he was just starting out and when he was trying to achieve his goals with YouTube and stuff like that. And one of his videos is called Do What You Can't. And he talks about how everybody's going to question you, everybody's going to say you can or can't do something, and always do what you can't. Every time you feel that you want to do something and you can't work out how to do it, then keep doing it. So exactly the same with that spaceship thing. I'm going to get it working, okay? I can get 5,000 of my steps are going on my office to the kitchen. Really? Oh God, either you go to the kitchen lot, darling, or you've got a very far away kitchen. So yeah. And honestly, like Casey Neistat, I love his work. I love his sense of arrogance as well. The way he just, he does it in a really nice way, like in a way that, people kind of just go away on their own. So yeah, and one of his favorite sayings is "Be the fucking iceberg." And he talks about how, people are sitting on the top level of the Titanic, drinking their champagne and telling you what you can't do, all in their high society class, and we are going to be the fucking iceberg. We're going to smash you down and show you that it can be done. And I love that. I absolutely love it. So when I do my off-the-cuff on Fridays in my hypnosis group, I'm usually thinking that when I do it. So, Karen, let's find out some stuff for you, love. Let's find out. Ooh. know they're a lot. I need to lower my standards. So, do you do like the thing like John does, where he opens the fridge and just lets out the light and the air and then shuts it again? Like, there's nothing in there. You know what's in there. Like, stop going to the damn fridge. I don't do that. I haven't done it for a while, I must admit. So I must have my brain entertained to a place where I'm enjoying life. So Karen, let's finding out what's going on. Ooh, you've got 2 major arcanas coming out, darling. So, basically, when it comes to a nutshell, financially, you're doing fine, okay? You may feel like you're not doing okay, or that, you know, things aren't going the way you want to, or you want more, but in the reality of it, things are going really well. They are quite fine, because the lovers has come out, but I don't want to say that you love your relationship. It's like you're learning to love yourself, Dal. Like, you know, and because we've got the Empress here as well. You're going through this transitioning in life where you're learning to love yourself, and you're learning to love those little bits about you. So when it comes to the lovers, this is about you discovering the Empress within you, okay? Yes, yes, yes. Your world is changing. The world is changing time and time again. And that's what you're going through at the moment. So, Karen, at the moment, if you're feeling a little bit weird or off or something along those lines, then make sure that you know, you understand that your world is changing. You really are. And you're starting to find your own value, your own worth as such. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Pentacles, and that's what it talks about. So financially, you may feel that you're struggling, or life sucks, or, you know, something along those lines. But when it comes down to the crux of it, you're actually fine. You're going to survive till tomorrow. The sun will come up tomorrow, and you will be completely fine. It may not be at the level of expectancy that you want in your life, but it will happen, okay? Then this is all about learning to love yourself, okay? To get into that world of yours where you can take back that control, okay? Oh, JC, you're in an online class. I do the same thing. So yeah, so Karen, you're the reason why you're feeling a little bit weird at the moment is basically because you know, you're changing, you're transitioning, you're finding your own value and your own worth. So keep going with it, love, okay? Keep going with it, because the world is going to turn and turn again. It's not going to stop for anyone. It doesn't revolve around anyone. But at the moment for you, it's changing. So if you feel this transition coming, just go with it, okay? Go with the flow. Just like a flower does not need to understand how it grows with photosynthesis, you do not need to understand how you're going to grow into this self. Just allow it to be a feeling rather than an analytical process, okay? JC, what online class are you in at the moment? I remember hi Kaylin, how are you, darling? I remember many years ago, I was doing a business course. Oh my gosh, boring as shit. Like, even shit got to get a better reaction out of me, because it was just so boring. And this is back before Zoom started. So this is back like, oh, probably nearly 10 years ago. And we had to do these 10 weeks online. Anyway, I just put my camera on a loop. I put my camera on a loop, and because I had headphones with a really long cord back then, I'd go around vacuuming my house, and every time they'd ask me a question, I'd stop the vacuum cleaner, I'd stop doing my cleaning, and then I'd answer the question. So yeah, honestly, some online courses are so boring. I get it, I really do. Kaylin, absolutely, we'll get you a card, sweetheart. We will absolutely get you a card. So Crystal, how is Daisy at the moment? Daisy might be feeling a bit unsettled if there's some people with COVID in your building. So Kaylin, we'll shuffle the cards for you, and we'll do a reading for you, love. So please like or subscribe to the page. So I do plan on being here each Thursday. I think I'm gonna fix this camera up a bit, so you can see the cards a bit better as well. So let me tweak this system, and I'll work out how to get that that competition up and running. You just watch me. I'll do it. I'll do it. Thanks, Kaylin. Thank you, sweetheart. The more people that jump on board, the more often I'll do it. So, you know, it's all about making us feel supported as creators as such. Oh, wow. Kaylin, there is something inside of you at the moment that's like, it's like it's bursting out of you. Like, you know, it's time for you to just go for what it is that you're looking for. Like, you have this strength. Oh, Daisy missed Grammy. Oh, big hugs for Daisy, Crystal. So, Kaylin, there's this inner strength inside of you that I feel like it I'm just gonna be real here, okay, Kaylin? It kind of feels like it gives you the shits, okay? So that's what I'm getting here. You've got this inner strength inside of you that you feel like when something happens, why can't you just let it defeat you? It doesn't work like that. And that's because you have this inner strength inside you. And you have this infinite strength inside you. Like you have this really, really wonderful, nurturing, but still strong personality. And this strong personality comes from the priestess, okay? For you to shine bright in deep down inside, it's time for you to start going, you know what? Who is Kaylin? What does Kaylin stand for? Where am I going? What am I doing? It's time to grab onto that because they're bursting out of you. That's what this is. It's like, like, you know, and part of you really, really wants to kind of stay down and out, but it's not going to happen, okay? You may think that you want to stay down and out, that you don't want to be around people, that you know, you can allow this depression to come in and take you down as such, but it's not going to happen, okay? There's always going to be some part of you that's going to push through those dark times, that's going to give you an idea or to tell you to go again, to go again, to go again. Okay, Kaylin? So when it comes to you, you have this high priestess deep inside of your soul. It's part of your DNA makeup. This strength is what keeps you going, and you have to go with it. If you go against it, because these are major arcanas here, okay? So if you go against any of this, if you go against any of this, it's going to create a sickness inside you. So you need to just embrace your strength, embrace who Kaylin is and where Kaylin is going, okay? Because if you don't, it's going to force you into it. It's part of your DNA, it's part of your makeup, okay? So as much as you may want to be down and out when it comes to depression, it's not going to happen for you, sweetheart. You know, you're going to have rough days and stuff like that, but deep down into the soul of it, if we get into the core of it, it's not going to allow you to take this out, okay? So keep on going. If you're having a dark or a gloomy day, or a day where you're like, no, I just cannot do this, rest and then go again. That's not quitting. Resting is not quitting. Resting is recharging. There is a difference, okay? So, Jackery, may I ask, when I start back working out again for boxing, will I lose my face fat? I used to have a more chiseled jawline. Oh, let's find out. Let's find out. What's going on? What's going on for Jackery? Jackery? What's going on? So please like and subscribe to the channel, guys. Keeps us going. Keeps us going. That resonated with you, Kaylin? Yeah, you've got this strength, but there is a lot of struggle. Exactly, exactly. When it comes to this struggle, start journaling it, okay? Get it out of your head, darling. So, when I was struggling, I was homeless at one stage in my life. And when I finally got back on my feet, I had a whiteboard on the wall and to remind myself of what's going through. And what I'd do is I'd write the struggle on the left-hand side in red, and then I'd write the solution in green on the right hand side, because the green was the right way to go, and I would write it, and anything that I was struggling with, I would have it all written down there, and then once I'd conquered that, I would rub it out, kind of like a cleansing as such. So yeah, it was a cleansing kind of thing. So hang on a second, my brother's just sent me a message. He needs to go to the hospital. Okay, so I'm back again. Oh. My brother has Crohn's disease, and when I got up this morning, when he is lacking in iron, he has like a metal smell to him. And I was going to wake him up and say to him, look, what are your iron levels like at the moment? So, yeah, I was going to say to him, what are your iron levels like at the moment? Because it smells very metal in here. And I just said to my partner, look, can you take him to the hospital, please? So it's actually my partner's brother, but I call him my brother as well because I love him. Okay, so Jackery. I completely forgot what I was talking about. I got completely distracted. So let's find out what's going on with you and when it comes to your boxing fitness. Oh. So Jackery, I'm just going to say it, okay? What's pissing you off at the moment? There is something that is like just underneath your skin, like it's really giving you the shits, and that's what we're talking about here. That the patience is being worn thin from the temperance, okay, and it kind of feels like that you're done at the moment. And when it comes to this boxing scenario, it's more like you're um it's more like you're standing back and you're just like, I just don't know. I just don't know. Is there someone in the boxing that is annoying you or something like that? Yeah, thanks guys. He'll be fine. I usually don't wake up Luke unless I really have to. But he did have that scent about him this morning. So yeah, I was gonna wake him, but I thought no, I'll just let him sleep. Okay. The boxing has been closed with the virus and I'm low key angry about that. Yeah. That's what I'm getting here, okay? That's what I'm getting here. And it's kind of like itching under the skin. Like, and it's kind of like you have to stand back and it's just giving you the shits. That's what's going on at the moment. So, what do we have to do? Right. Aha, radio. It's all written right there. So, at the moment, yeah, fair enough. So at the moment, when it comes down to it, you have to be a bit more creative, okay? So here we have the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is talking about you being a little bit more creative when it comes to your finances. And then we have the Hangman coming in the cross-reference of this annoyance, okay? The Hangman talks about you have to learn to go with the flow. There is nothing you can do with it. You just have to go with the flow. But then we have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands talks about that if you go with the flow, then you can come out with some really creative stuff. So at the end of the day, perhaps it's not so much that you need to go back to boxing, but it's more the fact that you need to get creative around your house, and creative, like, as in get some arm weights and leg weights and move around your house, and also get creative with your eating. So the Hangman talks about going with the flow. That this is a major arcana card. We don't get a choice when it comes to that. So when it comes to this, you have to go with the flow. I know it's annoying the crap out of you. Things will go back, okay? Let me make sure. Yeah. So things are going back. Here we have the Three of Wands and we have a figure here that's looking out into the future. But as you can see from the card, there are all of these restrictions in the way. Okay, so that the future is going to come back. There is going to be an occurrence, but at the moment we have to go with the flow. There is no choice about that, but we need to get creative. And the creative is talking about the Six of Wands and the cross reference. So whilst everybody else is waiting for like the Messiah to occur as such, it's time for you to jump on your high horse and just get creative about it instead. So if you need to, like, do it inside your house. Go grab yourself a boxing bag, start doing push-ups up the wall or something along those lines. But it's about you learning to be creative inside this space where the things have been worn thin. So yeah, it's going to pass. It is going to pass. Things are going to have to change, but you need to get more creative, okay? So it's your happy place? Absolutely. What I want you to do, one thing, because I'm a hypnotherapist, okay? So when it comes to being a hypnotherapist, everything is all in our imagination. Our imagination is just our thoughts. It's what we imagine, it's what we think, it's what we feel, etc., etc., etc. So when it comes to this imaginative side of you, it's time for you to go, how can I make this happy place where I am right now and make it work. Okay. One thing that I did when after I became homeless, I actually moved into a shop. Now I lived in basically like the kitchen area of the shop, and it wasn't good. Like, there was a snake in the toilet, there were rats everywhere. Like, it was not awesome. But what I did was, and because it was a rental spot, but what I did was I went to the op shop and I bought all this fabric, and I managed to find a pergola. You know those metal pergolas that you put out in the yard that you use them at markets and stuff. And I managed to find one of those, and it was broken. And I bought it from the op shop, and I bought all this fabric, and I set up this pergola, and I put all this fabric over it, and I made it really pretty. And inside that space, no one could hurt me inside that space, and it was my happy place. So make a space that is for you with your happy place. So get some images of the boxing, change up your areas. And the funny part about me was, because I lived in such a small space, my TV, my laundry, my kitchen, everything was all in this one small area. So you can make it work, okay? Make it work as best as you possibly can and make this into your happy place. Get some images of Rocky Balboa if you need to, or anything along those lines. So it is going to happen. It is going to move, open up again, but there's going to be changes that need to be put into place. And until those changes occur, you've got to go with the flow, darling. That's what the hangman talks about, and be creative, okay? Don't be like those other people waiting for the horse. Jump on your own horse and go for it. So yeah. Yes, I will be back tomorrow, Crystal, but I will be doing Minecraft tomorrow. So yeah, I do enjoy doing the Minecraft. So Crystal, let's let's find out what's going on with you, love. Let's find out what's going on with you. I may have to trundle off as soon as I've done Crystal's reading, just because I want to check on my brother. Okay, I want to make sure everything's okay. So my partner's taking him up to the hospital right now. You know how you just know that's going to happen? Like, I've got a lady this afternoon, and I'm going to send her a message and just say to her, look, I'll have to catch you next week. Whew. Crystal, are you feeling the heat at the moment? Like, not the heat as in the weather, but the heat as in, like, it's like there's gossip or something. I feel like on my right hand side, I feel like there's somebody gossiping about me or talking about me, like, there's this tension rising somehow. Like, there's something going on there. Is that at work? Ooh, what's going on for Crystal? For Crystal. Aha. Crystal, you've had this coming for a little while, darling. You've had this one coming for a little while. When it comes to you, you are the queen of your domain, okay? Maybe talking about mum, she had a cold. Okay. So, Krista, when it comes to you, you are the queen of your domain. You really, really are. You have all of your tools that you possibly need, but it's time to start learning how to use them better. So, the magician comes out, Mother Major Arcana, and as we can see, we have an infinity symbol here. And the magician has an infinite amount of abilities because the magician is resourceful. The magician can turn to something and go, this is not just a stone, this is also the sign of hope. So it's time for you to become more resourceful. Let go of that old self. Let that old self die, because that old self is not serving you. They're done. It's time for you to move into something better and something more resourceful. When it comes to this being resourcefulness, the resourcefulness is talking about you moving on in a certain section of your life. What is that section? It's not that. Right. So when it comes to you moving on in life, perhaps you need to start sourcing a new place of employment, because as we can see here from the Six of Pentacles, there's a balance of finance that's kind of coming, but you're not going anywhere. So, you're making ends reach, you're doing this from week to week, blah, 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 but there's no advancement. That's what's going on here, and it's really becoming stifled within you. So perhaps now is the time to start sort of sourcing out some new place of employment or expanding out on where you currently are, because where you are, you're fine, you're doing things day to day, but it's just not enough for you. You need something more, and you need something better as well. So don't be afraid to either go and do some education about something, or to start sourcing out some kind of new endeavor when it comes to these finances, because you become a bit stifled where you are. You're not going anywhere, you're not saving any extra, you're just kind of just going from week to week. So it's time to kill off that old self and evolve into something new, okay, love? So evolve into that wonderful new person, because you won't have a choice. Either she'll come out or she'll force you into it, okay? So yeah. Make sure you give Daisy pats for me, okay, darling? When I finally get to America, we're definitely going to have to catch up, and I'm going to have to meet Daisy as well. So, yeah. All right, guys, I am going to have to cut it short this morning because I do have to... They changed my work, and I was sanitizing duty, which was bored, yeah, repetitive, and put me back in the class. Oh, okay, well, that's better than nothing. So yes, I am going to trundle off, guys. I got to make sure my brother's okay. I will be back tomorrow, but I will be playing Minecraft. But otherwise from that, I'll be back on Thursday. So see you guys. Bye bye.